Well, still talking about Anambra election, there is currently tension in the state due to the widespread violence recorded in the build-up to the November 6th governorship election. Now, the latest of such attacks happened on Tuesday when gunmen attacked the venue of a rally organized by the All Progressives Grand Alliance, that's AGBA, at Hiala LGA, local government of the state.
Now, there are reports that no fewer than 6 people lost their lives, while several people were injured during the attack. Joining us live all the way from Awka, the Anambra state capital, is Barrister Chukwudi, who is a constitutional lawyer and a political analyst. Good morning, Chukwudi. Welcome to the program. Now, tell us really, what is the mood currently in Anambra state as we count down to November 6th, less than 4 weeks away?
Yeah, I would rightly say that the mood currently within the state of Anambra is quite relaxed and conducive. Although in some parts of the areas there are indeed mixed feelings as to the fear of insecurity, basically on the recent attacks here and there, wherein some people were killed. However, generally, there is a situation of calmness as the security situation has been improved in various parts by the security agencies and the government of Africa, who had promised the people of Anambra and other people within the state that indeed security will be restored.
All right, Barrister Chukwudi, we know that the elections in Anambra state have been quite contentious after that 2007 elections in the state back then. But this particular one seems to be even more heated. What is so different about these particular elections for Anambrarians right now?
A few things indeed contribute towards the changes in the socio-economic affairs and security of the state. One is that it is a situation of a transition, particularly from the current ruling political parties to any other parties, because it is expected that the government of APOGA currently has completed about second tenure, and other political parties are warming up from taking powers away from the current ruling APOGA, which is the only political party that has been in Anambra state and has been ruling Anambra state for some time now, from the time of IPOB to this current position. So some of these political parties like PDP, APC, and other political parties are struggling, putting all their apparatus in place in order to come into power and be able to take it. Like you will know, people say that it suffers violence and the violence takes it by force. But that has not been the position, because I sincerely believe that the people of Anambra state do not consider political parties, but they consider personality. So that is the only structure that has been able to change or try to put tensions here and there, because they know, as has always been the history, that once this political party takes over, he would have to rule for the next 8 years, considering the structures, political development, structural development, and facilities that he was able to put in place during the time of his reign. So it is expected that within this period, everybody will be fighting in order to capture power. And that is what is expected. And we are also looking forward to seeing the outcome of the election.
Right. Now, Barrister Chukwudi, I mean, this is a season and a time where a lot of people will be moving from one party to another. We call it cross-carpeting. I mean, one development that stood out in the build-up to this election is the massive decamping. The big one that happened just yesterday was the defection of the Deputy Governor, Dr. Nkem Okeke, to the APC. What do you make of this move?
Indeed, like I told you, it is expected. People are looking for a greener pasture where their interests will be activated and favored. So, but I must tell you that the sacrosanct part of these things is where are you moving and to what interest do you intend to achieve? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Will it build good and political structure for you and for the people of Anambra or any other people whom you are trying to represent their interests? If you have seen so far, it has been of a massive, just like you call it, Whereas some people are moving from APUGA to APC, many people are moving from other parties to APUGA. Yes, I would not pretend that I do not know about the recent defection of the deputy governor from APUGA to APC, but I would rather tell you it has not played a significant effect within the political structure of that particular region, particularly the region where the deputy governor emanated from. Yes, deputy governor is the second in position, who is the next to the governor. However, his political structure is not all that seriously significant, particularly from Enugu, where he comes from, or Ndikoka, or the constituency where he is emanating. Because why are we saying so? When you have such a magnitude defection, many people who are his followers, who move with him to a new political party. But how the people of Anambra now are currently seeking and asking the right question. What is this in for me? Am I following this man because his interest was not achieved? No, let me go for where my interest will be achieved. And we are looking for where the interest of the majority of the people will be actualized, not on individual basis. So we are considering such defections as people whose private interest was unable to actualize, and they are seeking for a greener pasture. Just like you have people who are in the House of Assembly. Why we are lying low, why there is no serious actions against those defections, is because of the current pool which is within the corner. If not, we will look at it whether or not it is justified within Section 68, Paragraph G of the Constitution, which guarantees persons from defecting from one political party to another. Or we will look at it whether or not the deputy governor will have such powers to defect. However, I am telling you, in all sincerity, from the gatherings I got from the political analysis around us, that it has not played a significant role. It is rather selfish, and it is not in any way static. It will stay and go tomorrow, and people will be fair.
Barrister Chukwudi, also talking about the political consensus that you're gathering, we cannot ignore the issue about IPOB, the Indigenous people of Biafra, who some of them have even insisted that the elections be cancelled for November 6th. With continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. And we've seen a couple of sit-at-home orders declared in the southeast, even in Anambra State. We're looking ahead to November 6th. Barrister Chukwudi, from what you're getting, do they have any political significance ahead of these elections for IPOB?
I will take it from the region of Monday sit-at-home. That effect will determine otherwise of what will be on the election day. I must say, and I've said it before, that why people conform to such declaration is because of the fear of their lives and property. If securities are properly beefed up, such organizations, no matter however their agitations may be, it may be of a true agitation, it may be born out of a goodwill and intention. However, it is not advisable to bring forward to instigate any act capable of truncating an electoral process, truncating an institutional process. Election in Anambra State will hold. And I must tell you this, because we have an example in 2015. In 2015, what happened in Borno State has never happened in the history of Nigeria. Yet, the election was conducted in that environment. Yes. Anambra State has not recorded what was recorded in Niger State. An election was conducted in Niger State this year in a particular constituency of senatorial zone, wherein you have known that it's under the history that bandits are taking over certain local government. And yet, the INEC conducted the election in those areas. And I am referring that in Anambra State, telling you that however it is, whatever it will be, that election will hold. People are beginning to change their orientation, beginning to understand that agitations are different. The person who is under detention is held under by the government of Federation, which is Nigerian government, not Anambra State. So to say, if you are saying Nnamdi Kanu may be on a positive agitation, but this destroying the constitutional process, which is an election, will be out of place. And they are beginning to understand that. Sensitization is currently ongoing. And people are realizing the need to participate in the election.
Well, thank you so much, Barrister Chukwudi, for coming on today's program live all the way from Awka in Anambra State.
I appreciate the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate the kind gesture. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.